last time we did an introduction to the chemical basis of human anatomy and physiology. Today we will continue this introduction and talk about acids and bases, pH, and organic compounds. Acids and bases. An acid is a chemical compound that releases hydrogen ions when added to water. It can be strong or weak. Strong acids release all of their hydrogen atoms. Examples of strong acids are the hydrochloric acid, the hydrogen sulfide, and the nitric acid. Weak acids release only a few hydrogen atoms. An example of a weak acid is the carbonic acid. Acids have a sour taste and interact with many metals. The concentration of released protons determines the acidity of the solution. Bases. These are chemical compounds that attract hydrogen when added to water. Basically, they are the opposite of acids. These can be strong, such as sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. When these bases are added to water, they attract hydrogen ions from water molecules, leaving behind hydroxyl ion radicals. Weak bases are, for example, adenine and guanine found in DNA. The bases have a bitter taste and are slippery to the touch. Ammonia is a degradation product of protein metabolism. The reaction of ammonia with water results in a base called ammonium hydroxide. On the other hand, by accepting a proton, it forms the ammonium ion. Acidity is measured by means of pH. This is the decimal logarithm with a sign change of the concentration of hydrogen ions. When the number of hydrogen ions is equal to the number of hydroxyl ions, it follows that the pH of a substance is 7. An example of a substance with pH of 7 is pure water. As the pH increases, the number of hydrogen ions decreases and the number of hydroxyl ions increases according to the attached image. Therefore, we can conclude that the number of hydrogen ions is inversely proportional to the number of hydroxyl atoms. When the pH of a substance is lower than 7, it means that the substance is acidic. When the pH is higher than 7, it means that the substance is alkaline. The most alkaline substance has a pH of 14. I've listed here some examples of various solutions and their pH. Next, we will talk about organic compounds, and I will start with carbohydrates. They are an important source of energy. Simple carbohydrates are called saccharides, which are further classified into monosaccharides, such as galactose, fructose, and glucose. These are isomers because they have the same formula, but the atoms are arranged differently. The formula of glucose is carbon 6, hydrogen 12, oxygen 6. Glucose is a basic fuel. Disaccharides are sugars composed of two monosaccharide molecular units covalently linked to each other. Maltose, sucrose, and lactose are disaccharides. Maltose is a combination of two carbohydrate units resulting from the breakdown of starch in the intestine. It is made up of two glucose molecules. Sucrose is the table sugar. It is made up of glucose and fructose. Lactose is the main disaccharide in the milk and is made up of glucose and galactose. Polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates. Examples of complex carbohydrates are starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Starch is made up of thousands of carbohydrate units and is found in the plants. Cellulose is also made up of thousands of carbohydrate units. Its covalent bonds can only be broken by a few species of microorganisms. It is found in the cell walls of plants and provides dietary fiber in the body. Glycogen is made up of thousands of carbohydrate units linked differently than starch, and is the most important form of glucose storage in the liver and skeletal muscles. Lipids. They contain less oxygen than carbohydrates, Examples of lipids are steroids, waxes, fats, and other lipids such as phospholipids. Steroids are the four-ring structures that provide membrane stability. Examples of steroids are cholesterol, testosterone, and estrogen. Waxes are found in cutin, cerumen, and beeswax. They are made up of fatty acids and a long chain of alcohols. Phospholipids are made up of fatty acid, glycerol, phosphates, and an R group, which is a variable part of the molecule. Phospholipids are found in the cell membrane. Other types of lipids are fats. They are made up of two glycerol molecules and one, two, or three fatty acid molecules. Depending on the number of fatty acid molecules, they result in mono, di, or triglycerides. Fatty acids contain a long chain of carbon atoms with associated hydrogen atoms and a organic acid group. Examples of fats are oils. Fatty acids are linked to a glycerol molecule by a water elimination reaction, which is also called dehydration. During the formation of the covalent bond, the number of carbon atoms in fatty acids can vary between 4 and 24. Fatty acids can be unsaturated, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, or saturated. Unsaturated fatty acids have one or more double bonds. Monounsaturated fatty acids have only one double bond, and polyunsaturated fatty acids have two or more double bonds. Saturated fatty acids do not have double bonds. In certain conditions, instead of saturated fatty acids, it is preferable for the diet to contain unsaturated fatty acids. Fats can be stored in cells in the form of clear droplets in the adipose tissue, or degraded by the lipase enzymes to fatty acids and glycerol. That being said, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and comment your thoughts on this video. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Have a nice week.